Hi guys, Paul here, and we're playing Infinifactory. I believe this is the 9th episode, and we're going to do wave detection array. So, having a quick look at it, we have the whitey squares and the middle blobs. We need to make 2 identical units. And each unit has 2 whites and 1 of those central cubes. Okay, so we need to have a quick look and see how they're coming out. I mean, let's just spin these on across like this, and we can have a look at the state of play of it. Let's run it. So it triggers the first. On this count, you get 1 of each, then you get a second one of these, and then the cycle repeats with the 2 again. So it's 2, 1, 2. Okie dokie. So I'm going to do. There's obviously 2 ways of doing this. We can either try and make 2 and send them either side, or make 1 and then send either the second one. I decide because I said this is the way I like to do it, and I'm gonna make the 2. So what I'm gonna do is follow the simple route. Look at the solution down here. How many blocks do we need? 6. Let's store up 6 and let's see what happens. Okie dokie. So as these flow out, what would happen if I flowed him into him like that? Absolutely perfect. So he's in between these 2 blocks, or it's in between those 2 blocks, should I say. And that one is 2. Brilliant. Now, to weld them. Now, because we can't rotate them, we have, like, once we have welded something in this direction, east, west, or north, south, whichever way you want to look at it, we can't rotate it yet. So what it means is basically the weld has to be done in the orientation it's finally needed. We can't weld north-south, turn it for an east-west presentation as of yet in the game. So I am going to do what I said to do. I am saying what you do is you need 6. So we will put 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It goes no further. That is a dead end. We don't try and build anything here. I might actually just give us a bit of space. See, this is what I love about the game. You're constantly, oh, if I move this bit here, move that bit there, and yeah, we'll see in the later levels. It gets more complicated than this, hopefully. Okay, so 6. Speed it up. And there, we can see 2 of these sitting here ready to go. 6, 6. So, what do we need to do? What do we say? You then put a pusher behind them all. For the pusher, rotate that to the right way. There and there. Now, like if we want to, if we feel we might be needing the up here, obviously the sensor, when I say it goes above, I mean it can go on the end too, just as easy like that, and we can drag the conduit. Oh, that's not conduit, is it? We can drag the conduit, the wiring stuff, around the back like that, and in they come. Done. Okay, so it might be nice to weld, but just to look at the welding problem, just in case, you know, we want to jump the gun on it. Let's not. can't put any welders here because everything has to move through these squares. So if we put any welding here, we end up with six blocks welded together. We can, however, weld these three here because they're the last three. But like I said, if you tempted to put I'll put a 3 welder here, it'll weld these 3. Yeah, it will weld the 3, but it'll weld everything. Chunk. We'll run that again. Reset it. Just watch it. You know, it would weld everything going through it. So it looks, oh yeah, bang the welders on top. No, that doesn't work, but probably obvious to everybody. I'm just being an idiot. Okay, fair enough. So we definitely can get this one welded. Let's pick the right welder this time because we're putting 3 of them in. Bang, bang, bang. He's done, and obviously, you know, there's no reason why he can't be welded. He just can't be welded on that line. But whilst the 3 blocks are lined up perfectly, it would be a shame to waste such a good opportunity. So another welder, and off we go. Now again, once it's there, I probably should have gone a little bit further. Now remember, he'll drop off. That's the end of him there. And vice versa. I believe you can go into them like that. There's no, you know, I mean, you can as long as you can get it into those 3 squares there. It doesn't matter if you've occupied. Well, we'll see. Maybe it does. I don't want to speak. No, it doesn't matter. You can get it in like the first move in. Well, obviously it doesn't have to be because how could that work? No, you can get them in any way you want. Obviously you can't drop them in because they all seem to have this sort of cap over them. So probably not possible to drop them in. But there it is. And again, like simple. It mightn't be, but it works, and you're not, oh, which one, turn it, no, don't do that. So the other option, let's just speed him up, it up. What are they nail? They're not really, are they? Speed it up, get them in. F. Okay, done. Bang. So, just for the sake of argument, I mean, the other alternative would be would be to do build one at a time. So we ignore what it, well, not ignore, we know we need 3, so let's capture 3. Let's put a sensor there. Is that round the right way already? It is indeed. Put these on the back here. We can weld them. We can weld them in place, I believe, because again, there's nothing nasty happening. There's nothing else pushing through them. And now, what do you think he's going to do next? And if you think do exactly the same thing, if do exactly the same thing again was your answer, then you are correct. So, why? Well, I'll put that back. Let's have a look. I mean, what we have is exactly the same problem yet again. We have one of them and one of them, and we need 2 of them for a solution. And even though these are 3 long, you're looking down at them, travelling along like this on a conveyor belt, they don't look any different than ones. I mean, they're slightly different in that, you know, you can't quite do the same thing with pushers going out each side, but it's not a million miles away. So what do? We need 2 of them, so we will wait for 2 of them. There's 2 of them. It goes no further. That could be a sensor, actually. And now the blockers, the pushers, should I say, just get a little, well, I mean, they get a little more, little longer reach on them. Oh, sorry. I mean, I was daydreaming then. 4. Let's get this blocker in place. Spin him round. So he sat on like that. It's across 3. It's there, so when it gets pushed, it'll just make that square for the first time. So. You can go down there. I don't know what was happening there. That probably still works. It's the way of getting him in. No. Yes. Yeah, they're that orientation. He's a line like that. He gets pulled. Gets stripped off there. Lovely. I think. I mean, again. No, that's wrong, isn't it? Yes, because at this stage he's still got his backside. He was here 1, 2, 3. He got pushed, so he's now 1, 2, 3. So this one can't pull him. So I'm an idiot. Yes, all right. So has to get pushed 1 more. And then fired onwards. So the same with this one. This is pushing him. So it gets him to that square for the first time. It needs to be pulled 2 to get it clear. Oh, and 1 is falling into space. How did I mess that up? Let's just have a quick look. Why I didn't see something there. Okay, so he's gone all the way, and it's just dropped to the fine. Okay, that's not a big deal. Just sometimes, again, I try and avoid it. Well, I try and avoid it, but obviously sometimes you just get a bit lazy and just do it. You know, so like where there seem to be route options, it's not entirely sort of possible for my brain anyway to tell where exactly a piece is going. Let's see if that's aligned now. No, see, it's not. So what we need to do, we will just fix that by doing that and be done with it. Room for a little one, squeeze him in. So, I mean, like, I don't know, I prefer the first one. The second one works as well, but these are simple puzzles. Again, but they're 2 slightly, I mean, even though they look like the same thing, they're 2 slightly variations. One is catch everything at the start, make 2 of them, or make X of them and send them off. The other one is, oh, we've only got one machine that actually makes these things now before we actually technically do, and then we catch them and fire them off. No, let's just say. Still somewhat, as you can see, it's somewhat dependent on the timing here. I mean, obviously, we're not going to try and figure out how to do low cycle counts on this front. But anyway, it gives you an idea of the thinking and the way I like to solve them, and etc. etc. Okay, fast. Well, we'll run this one to completion. Why not? It might be slightly better. May not. Who knows? So yes, so Infinifactory. I think this is episode 9 I've recorded now. Not check the name. Wave detection array. Now, yeah, that was quicker doing it that way, but seems to be pretty much the same in terms of footprinting. But again, who cares about? Well, you do. I do. Do we? Wave detection array done. Leaving one more episode, and we'll have completed Skydock 19. Okay, thanks guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment, leave a like, leave a dislike. These are rubbish. Yeah, I know. Probably can do them a lot better. Yeah, fine. If you've got any brilliant ideas, especially on these easy ones, like really clever little tricks that are absolutely fundamental parts of the game, you know, add a comment, like patterns, you know, if you're a software engineer, things which are like ideas, concepts, which once you learn once, you can reuse. Okay, thanks again. Hope you enjoyed this. One more of these kind of Skydock 19 ones, and then we're probably onto some more meaty ones. Okay guys, thanks a minute.